What's poppin', all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's Damn She Jamaican, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Aries in bed. Now this video also pertains if you have Mars in Aries, so just keep that in mind. Now, Aries in bed. Aries is a very fun sign in the bedroom, I would say. I think that Aries are also men and women. This goes for both men and women. Very fun in bed. They're gonna be super passionate, and they're gonna kind of be aggressive, and they like to be in control, and they like to be dominant in bed. Okay, so that's one thing to understand about Aries people when they're in bed. Now, Aries people, I know, like rough sex. They like to have sex rough, and they like to play rough. Not to the point where they're gonna hurt you, but you know, they just have a lot of passion and aggression. So you know, it's gonna come off a little bit rough and a little bit aggressive, especially if you're the man. So you know, either way it goes, these people are gonna be somewhat, they just like to feel dominant in bed, okay? And they're gonna make sure that they're getting pleased. You know, a thing about Aries, they always get this bad rep of being self-centered and selfish and all about themselves, and to a certain degree I would agree it's true, but I don't think it's a negative thing. But in bed, this is especially going to be the case, and you're going to see that. So during sex, you're going to be having sex with them, they're going to initiate foreplay, you know, and you're gonna kind of have to take, you're gonna have to take their lead, because they're gonna be the ones leading the entire situation. So you're gonna understand that you know, you're gonna be the submissive one. So, and they're doing this because they're trying to get a sense of being first, and being the head, and being in control, you know, being in charge and being the leader. And they don't even unconsciously know that they're doing this. Maybe some do, but I think it's just their natural essence of being in Aries. So translating in bed, you see this play out where they're kind of just super aggressive. Now, like I said, they are very fun loving, and they're very playful in bed. So that's one thing to keep in consideration. They love to play around, and they love to have fun. But I think that in bed, these are the type of people that can do one night stands, or they could just have friends with benefits, depending on other aspects in your chart. Like you may have Taurus in your chart somewhere that would make you a little bit more grounded. But for the most part, I think that the sun sign in Aries, they view sex is sex, and some people hold a lot of emotional attachment to sex, and I would say this is one of those signs that doesn't necessarily do that, and they can manage with not having that that overwhelming emotional attachment to the act of sex. Now, another thing with Aries in bed, I would say Aries can get bored after a while. So that's why I say that they always like change. They always need a switch up, you know. So if you're trying to seduce an Aries, or you're trying to, you know, whatever the case may be, you're looking for advice, I would say that just don't be boring. You know, try different positions, try new things, because Aries like, they like change. And another thing is, Aries like a chase. So they don't want, if you haven't gotten to the step of having sex with an Aries, I would say don't make it so easy. You know, they like flirting. They're very flirtatious people, but they're not the type of flirtatious where they don't like when other people are trying to come on to them and be overly flirtatious. They like to get the hint, but you got to leave room for an Aries to be like, okay, this isn't going to be easy. They don't like things that are easily obtainable. You know, they're just going to be like, okay, what's the purpose? Like, you got to understand that these people are people that are motivated by getting things done and having something to look forward to. So I think that it's just important to understand that to get in bed with the Aries and for it to be a good experience, first you got to understand that they're the ones that are going to be the dominant ones. And with being dominant, they kind of like that partner that's submissive, and that's not always the one that's on top of them. They want to be that person, and that's so absolutely true. Like, they want to be the ones to initiate sex. They want to be the ones to, you know, flirt with you and do all that stuff. They don't mind. Some signs are more laid back. These are the signs that don't mind telling you how they feel, don't mind telling you that they got a little crush on you, and they don't mind showing you that, you know, they want to prove it to you. So that's one thing. So in bed, yes, they're really sweet though. They can be very romantic people, especially depending on the type of relationship you have with them. So say you guys are in a more committed relationship, I think that the experience in bed would be a little bit more romantic. You know, the passionate element is already there, but the longevity of the relationship will determine whether or not that romance aspect can come out. And when I mean by romantic, I just mean by longer amounts of foreplay, more catering to you, more cuddles, you know, just more pillow talking, more stuff like that. But if it's a shorter, more friends with benefits type of deal, and even if you guys are like exes, and you guys aren't so committed anymore, I think the sex is going to be a little bit more dry, and it's going to be a little bit more just get to the point. And so that's when some people can kind of feel offended when they're having sex with an Aries, because some people don't like for their sex to feel like it's being rushed, or not even being rushed, but just to feel like the person's using them. So sometimes Aries could give off that effect because they're so aggressive, and it's just so, sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming for people. So that's to keep in mind. But I think that Aries are very sweet, you know, I think they are. And I think everything they do has a certain innocence to it, you know, because it's the first sign. So being so action oriented and being someone that just goes after whatever their desires, that's the thing. People, they go after their desires, and sometimes your desires can change. So that's another thing to understand with Aries. So sometimes people will say that they're not as dependable, and sometimes they may have seemed more excited in the beginning of the relationship, and then as time went on, then everything changed. That sounds like an Aries, because, you know, they're gonna get bored after a while. They're gonna start to get used to you. They're gonna start to get used to how you react to things, and then after a while, it's just gonna kind of be like, okay, what's new? And then they're gonna go off and find a different adventure. So that's pretty much Aries in bed. Yeah, I don't really got much to say, but if I did leave out anything in this video, you know how you guys are gonna find out the information? You gotta go to my link in this video, at the bottom of this video. Click on the link Mars in Aries, because Mars in Aries tells how an Aries, whether sun sign or Mars in Aries, how they are in bed. So if you watch that video, you will find out more information if I left anything out in this one. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you absolutely loved and appreciated it. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Please don't forget to go ahead and comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you if you're already subscribed to my channel. And if you stay to the end but you ain't really got much to say, please go ahead and spam me some star emojis, because you guys are my all-stars, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video and rocking and growing with me. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you in another one. Mwah. Peace.